Just in response to that question of an example I mentioned that I encountered this many times in my own life, I would like to cite one example, but there are many. I believe that Rabbi Meir Kahane is a primary example of such a phenomenon, which in a certain sense parallels the story of Yiftach and our Haftarah. I lived in the United States when Rabbi Kahane was the leader of a movement called the Jewish Defense League. I'm sure it's known to many people, the JDL. Now, I'm not going to now discuss the philosophy and the politics of Rabbi Kahane. There's a time for that, but this is not what I'm speaking about today. What I do want to mention is that I saw on numerous occasions, Rav Kahane was ostracized, Rav Kahane was condemned, Rav Kahane was banned by so many communities, by so many congregations, by so many Jewish institutions, by so many religious institutions. And their main claim to Rabbi Kahane, or about Rabbi Kahane, was, what you're doing is contrary to Jewish tradition, what you're doing is contrary to the way Jews behave. And what fascinated me, confused me, and intrigued me is that on so many occasions, the first person that was called when a Jewish community had a problem, where they were suffering from some kind of anti-Semitic attack, whether it was people being beaten in the streets, or people being thrown, rocks being thrown at them, or cursed, or attacked, or Jewish cemeteries being overturned, or Jewish students not having rights on campuses. The first person that was called was Rav Kahane. And I don't know if he said it, but I thought, what do you mean, Rav Kahane? What are you coming to Rabbi Kahane for? You said that Rabbi Kahane's methods are psulim. These are not the Jewish ways of doing things. And that's what Yiftach said. Halo atem sneitem oti, v'tigarshuni. You don't like me. You don't agree with my methodology. You don't like me. You hate me, and you threw me out. Umadua batem elai ata kasher tzar lachem. So why is it now that you're in distress, now you come to me? And I don't know the exact name. I don't know the exact pronunciation. I think it was pronounced something like Chayis. Is that right? The Chayis squad. Maybe it's some form of pronunciation of Chayot. Is that correct? Yeah. So I think it was called the Chayis squad. I don't know much about the Chayis squad, but these were people who knew how to properly or improperly, depending on your understanding of things, they knew how to defend Jews. Now, I have nothing against, I'm sure many of the Chayot squad people maybe are studying our Parshat and Haftarah together. I have nothing, God forbid, against any of them. But some of them, maybe, to some people, would be similar to the kind of people that our Haftarah records as having joined together with Yiftach. In sentence 3 of our Haftarah, it says that Vayitlakatu el Yiftach Anashim Rekim. Anashim Rekim. I don't know what Rekim. I don't know. Boorish, empty-headed. God forbid, I'm not saying this about the Chayot squad. I'm sure many of the top scholars and the most pious people in the world. But there were people who thought, who are these? This is a Jewish organization. Chayot squad, Chayot squad, Anashim Rekim. These are the people that are hanging out with Yiftach. And I saw it myself. I really saw it, and I think Rav Kahane spoke about this on many occasions. Why are you turning to me? I'm not the answer. You have other answers. You say that I'm not doing it the right way. So regardless of what you feel about Rav Kahane's philosophy and political stance, I think that's an example. I think that's an example that of someone who was chased out of a community, who was not allowed to express his views, was not allowed to teach, was not allowed to share his ideas because his ideas were outrageous, his ideas were outlandish, were totally, ridiculous to many people. And yet, when push came to shove, it was Yiftach who was going to be there to lead the people of in their battle against Ammon. And on many, many occasions, it was Rav Kahane who stood up and figured out different ways to stop anti-Semitic actions in the communities. I think that Yiftach, the stories, as I said before, this happens over and over and over again. We have to be very, very careful how we treat each person that we view as Yiftach in our lives.